All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me in another video here. So today I just wanted to do a brief discussion on logic and faith. So the difference between somebody having faith in something versus believing something based on logic or reason or evidence. Now I get this idea a lot from theists that make the claim that atheists have faith in science. Now, before I kind of jump into that, I kind of want to give just a couple examples, at least because I try to actually sit back and think, okay, do I actually believe in anything based on faith? And what, as far as the majority of the things that I do on a daily basis, the things that kind of dictate my decision making for the day, do any of those fall under faith, or is it logic? Is it reason? Is it evidence that makes me believe these things? The only thing that I could really come up with is if I decided to play the lottery or something. It's not a very good example, but and I don't play the lottery myself, but I would think that I would have to believe by faith that I would actually win the lottery if I actually decided to play it. Because one, I have no good reason to believe that I'll actually win the lottery. I have no track record of any type of demonstration of me winning the lottery ever to make me believe that I would actually win the lottery. I have no evidence, no information, no way to test or demonstrate that this is something that would convince me that I would actually win. I don't think there's anything that would convince me that I would win based on knowing what the chances are. I would have to take that on faith. I mean, but that's the only thing that I could really think that I guess would fall under me applying faith to something like that in my daily life. But everything else, I mean, for something that's, and this is going to be very, not the best example, but something like, I believe my alarm is going to go off at 6 o'clock tomorrow. I don't believe that based on faith. And there's a difference there that I think theists kind of overlook, because when I say I believe that my alarm is going to go off, is because my alarm has went off before in the past, many of times for years, that I can rely on and justify my belief that, yes, when I set my alarm for 6 o'clock a.m., it's going to go off at 6 o'clock a.m. because it has done it for me multiple times. I've replicated this multiple times. My device is literally made to have that functionality. The software is literally made for it to actually do this. So I don't have faith that my alarm is going to go off. I believe it based on good reason. I believe it based on history. I believe it based on a demonstration that's been repeated over and over the years. So again, that's not faith. That's believing in this by good reason. Now, when theists say that atheists believe in science or have faith in science, they fail to understand that the beautiful thing about science is that even if you don't take it at face value, by all means, I don't necessarily promote that in any way. If you don't believe something, you don't take it at face value. If you don't believe in gravity, if you don't believe in air, if you don't believe that the sun is the actual center of our solar system, we have information out there that we can actually go out and find and to demonstrate this and to support and convince us ourselves. We don't have to rely on authority to tell us this. We don't have to take something at face value. We don't have to believe this by faith. That's the beautiful thing about science. It gives us those tools. It gives us those mechanisms in which we can actually demonstrate and replicate this and peer review other people's claims like this. That's science. That's why we don't have faith. There is no need when it comes to faith. All right, so to wrap up this one, wanted to pose a question to everyone, whether theist or atheist. Can you give examples of something that you believed in that was based on faith? And this is excluding the whole God belief and the belief in an afterlife. Something more of like on a day-to-day basis, something more simple and basic kind of thing. Is there anything that you made a decision based on a belief that relied on faith? If you can't give an example of that, can you share a couple of examples of belief systems that you have, or beliefs in something that, like I said, it's just something basic on a day-to-day basis kind of situation that is based on reason, that is based on logic, based on evidence, and why? Can you explain that part? This is just for informational purposes, kind of highlight the difference between believing in something based on faith versus believing something for good reason. So definitely look forward to hearing from you guys what your thoughts and comments are on this. So hopefully we can have a good discussion. Thanks for watching.